We're going to California, and here's the challenge. Find as many famous movie locations as possible. Let's get started.
Strap in. It's gonna be a good one.
Arrived to the airport, departing to San Francisco. Sir, where are we going? What are we doing?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, actually me neither.
Figure it out along the way.
Gonna wing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first officer for the flight day. I'd like to welcome you on board flight 763.
Made it.
America, man. America! America!
They fill parts of the rock on some of these streets for sure. Yeah. The car chase in the beginning.
You're going down!
This is Mrs. Doubtfire house, right there.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
You guys recognize that from the movie. It's all fun and everything until you have to go back uphill. Hey, we've done one block, we're already out of breath. Golden Gate Bridge, get a little sneak peek, and it's done.
This is where the Planet of the Apes went after.
Quite an impressive feat of engineering. You see it in person. Looks like God's writing a message in the sky. Check this out, real time.
Rebirthday. Hashtag rebirthday.
Next up, what do we have?
Alcatraz. The Rock.
Welcome to the Rock.
All right, here we go with the start of the tour. It's getting windy. I don't want to lose my hat. Walking through history right now. I'm gonna go and try get the audio tour of the place. I highly recommend getting the audio tour narrated by former guards. We got to see how some prisoners escaped, and even Al Capone's cell. The prisoners were on this island and they had this crazy view, but not their freedom.
America.
All right, we're done with the tour. Hopefully you can hear me. There's a lot of wind. What's next?
I'm gonna find out what a wharf is.
Fisherman's Wharf. Check it out, the driverless car. There's nobody in that car.
Go in the back. Some people in the back. Yeah.
Well, they trust that thing with their lives. Holy crap.
Well, they're the ones running the tests.
I don't have that much trust in a robot.
Future is here.
This is also where the Terminator fought. One of that shitty new movie.
Terminator? Oh yeah, was it?
Yeah, when he rams his head into the windshield.
Nice to see you. Get out.
Look at this. Pretty cool. I think that's kind of the extent of my vocabulary, right? All I say is, yep, pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. That's where we were earlier in the day today. We made it to a little hotel. We made it to a little motel room halfway, no, what am I saying? We made our way to a little motel in a little beach town, and motel is overall pretty nice, pretty clean, you know, fairly renovated, pretty modern, very simple. But
Apparently this is Bates Motel because we found a bunch of blood in the bathroom.
yeah, well, it was smelling quite a lot like bleach, and I don't know if you can see, there's like weird smudges. I don't know if the camera can catch that. It's like clearly bloody fingerprints. So yeah, at least it was cheap though, right?
Right.
We are currently in Monterey. We're gonna go get some breakfast and then hit the road. We're at Carmel Beach right now. Look it up. Really cool rocks. Rock erosion. Never seen this kind of stuff before. Unfortunately, we cannot continue on this beautiful coastal road in this area because there were some mudslides or whatever, and part of the highway is basically demolished, so we have to go around. But look at this, look at these hills. So this is the beginning of what they call Big Sur.
This is as far as we can make it on Big Sur. And these people were trying to do the same shit as us, apparently.
Streets closed, pizza boy. Find another way home.
Another hotel room on our way towards LA, and I'm just trying to set up and fix the drone. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least a few shots in today. Let's see. California sunshine. Weather's not exactly on our side today, huh?
It's not on our side at all. This is shit.
Time for a little wine tasting.
See the house where they filmed Scarface.
Uy, look at that. Tenga, look at alcaldesa. Like a bug coming out of your mouth.
Maybe that one.
Yeah, that is that one. It's in there. Yeah. We can see. We recognize
Let's
a bit.
see if we can, yeah.
We recognize a bit of the entrance there. That was the gate.
Yeah.
Where
This is
the,
where he got attacked, right? Tony Montana.
Political prisoner from Cuba.
Can't really see much, but you know, it is what it
you
is.
can see the entrance.
Yeah, that's the entrance, supposedly. That's cool. That's cool. Yep, pretty cool. Well, we got within maybe 150 yards, I guess, of Scarface's house.
You can almost hear it from here.
Yeah.
So hello to my little friend.
We continued our way down south along the coast, and luckily the weather cleared up.
America!
Although in springtime, California is still quite cold.
What I can see in front of me now is Neptune's Peak, which is where Iron Man's house was. In all of the Avengers movies, Iron Man and all that, it was actually CG apparently, so there's no house there, but it's all the way at the edge of that cliff peak, I guess, wherever it is. Right there at the end. We're walking towards the peak where Iron Man's house is supposed to be. But also there's apparently another location, famous movie location right down there, right kind of somewhere over here. That's where they shot the reveal scene of the original Planet of the Apes. We got a little bit closer, and this is exactly where the Statue of Liberty was. Right there. Boom.
God damn you!
this is it?
This is sick. Yeah, this is the one.
All right, so where we are now is at Neptune's Net Bistro Restaurant, something like that, by the freeway, right on the water. And this is a location where they shot another scene in Fast and Furious 1, where Toretto and Brian have a little sit down and discuss him potentially joining their crew.
There's no way you made all that money selling tuna and doing tune-ups.
Let's see what they got on the menu. We're sitting at the exact table. Vin Diesel and Paul Walker were sitting in the first Fast and Furious. People are awkwardly looking at me talk to a camera. The only thing they served was deep fried, super greasy food at very expensive prices. That tasted like burnt oil, honestly.
Today we're gonna go see probably actual filming locations. So we're gonna do a studio tour of Warner Brothers backlot. So we are in our new location where we're gonna be staying in Los Angeles, actually pretty much in the middle of Hollywood. You can see kind of the Hollywood sign from our Airbnb if you take a good look. Check it out. Zoom in. There it is. Hollywood, baby.
So where are we headed now and to do what?
Warner Brothers Studios. And visit the thanks.
Is it what?
I'm not sure. I'm too tired for this, bro.
Take two. Where are we going? What are we doing now?
We're heading to Warner Brothers Studios, where they film pretty much 90% of every movies that we've ever seen.
Like what?
I'm not sure. Take 3.
Take 32.
We're heading to the gay bar.
Okay, we'll cut that part out.
We're heading to the Warner Brothers Studios, where they filmed Dunkirk, Batman, and a lot of other movies. And we're running extremely tight on time, so it's gonna be interesting. And this area is sketchy.
It's a little grungy.
This guy's selling muffles, actually.
Muffles.
And catalytic. I'm not too sure what a muffle is on a car.
Pretty cool, huh? Yep, pretty cool.
Oh, look, there's a zombie over there.
Some of the zombies.
America.
Looks like we made it on time, huh?
Apparently so.
I haven't confiscated my GoPro yet, so that's a good thing. Beginning of the tour. Let's see what we're gonna see.
This is the Stephen J. Ross Theater, real 500-seat movie theater.
It really was awesome to tour the film sets where some of the most popular movies were brought to life. To be there in person as a fan was quite surreal.
And then all along here is, I think, one of the most famous scenes in movie history, the big chase with the T-Rex after the Jeep in Jurassic Park.
Yep, worn by Arnold.
Let's kick some ice.
Next up, we're gonna go to Frank and Musso's Steakhouse Restaurant, which is another famous movie location where some films such as Once Upon a Time in Mexico by Quentin Tarantino and Ocean's 11 were filmed.
No, in Hollywood.
What did I say?
Mexico.
I didn't say that.
What films did they film here?
Filmed the series Mad Men and tons of other films in here, actually.
Fun fact, we were by chance sitting in this exact booth from Mad Men.
Ocean's 11 as well. I think most of the scenes were filmed on the other side over there. Maybe we'll take a look if we have time after. Seriously good steak.
Another studio tour, this time Paramount, right?
Yeah.
So a bunch of other movie locations, should be fun.
They filmed scenes of Godfather Part 1 and Part 2 with Disney surrounding sound stages. Oh, so sorry. There's no video recording.
Right to jail, right away.
This was an amazing tour. We just finished Paramount, where they filmed the Paramount and the Paramount.
It's Paramount that you understand that we did the Paramount tour.
Filmed The Godfather, Top Gun, all sorts of classics over there. It's really up and personal, and you got caught.
Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't really film in there.
Right to jail.
Little glimpse, little peek. It was so funny when they were talking about the forced respective doors. For sure she was talking about Tom Cruise, huh?
No. No.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, for
talking
sure.
about Tom Cruise.
No.
Where they make the doorway smaller than the real one to make the actor look bigger, but she wouldn't say which actor it was, so.
Yeah. Where are we going now?
Now we're gonna go to retrieve your wallet that you forgot yesterday at Frank and Musso's, right?
Back in Musso's. Apparently I had one too many drinks.
It's official, old buddy. I'm a has-been.
Doing some touristy stuff, walking on Hollywood Boulevard, where all the stars are. Andy Dufresne,
Andy Dufresne.
famous Chinese theater. Unsurprisingly, 1 million tourists.
Really?
So what's cool about this place?
This used to host some of the oldest movie premieres of all time, actually.
It's smaller than my hand.
What about his feet?
Yeah, big feet with small hands. It was these hands that slapped Chris Rock right here. Can't do a trip to Cali without stopping by at this classic. See what all the hype is about. There it is. Double fries animal style. Let's see if it's any good. Good burger. I don't know if I like it more than good old Big Mac. It's tasty. I don't know if it's wow, but yeah, it's cool. Yep, pretty cool. Look at the line of the drive-through. From there all the way up the street. I mean, it's pretty good, but I don't know if it's that good. Those fries are no poutine, I'll tell you that though. Sorry, Cali. We are going now for a little drive on Mulholland Drive. Hopefully it's going to be open. It's supposed to be one of the best, most scenic drives around the area. What was filmed there, the most famous movie?
Mulholland Drive.
That's right.
Ah, shit.
Unfortunately, most of the road was closed. We're going up a little road, another little famous Hollywood site from a little movie called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Which one is this house?
It's that one. Right?
This one over here?
Yes, that's Rick Dalton's house.
Hey! You're Rick Dalton. Don't you forget it.
So now we're going to visit Bradbury Building. A bunch of old movies were filmed there, as well as some scenes in Blade Runner. We are now driving up to arguably one of the most iconic filming locations of recent cinema. Let's see if you can recognize what this house is and where it's from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's a bunch of people already.
Yeah, of course.
All right, you guys ready? Check that out. So this is Dominic Toretto's house from the Fast and the Furious. This is where Jesse got shot in the front lawn in the first one.
Dominic! I am so sorry!
And eventually Jason Statham blew it up in the 7th or whatever.
Get down!
These poor people that live there must not be happy.
This thing's basically a museum with people living in it. Oh my god. All day long. Yeah.
Do you think they knew when they bought that house what they were in for?
Yeah, of course, man. Everybody's stopping, man. And this is a random day.
Could you imagine?
And there's another little treat right down the street, literally, that we'll show you in a little bit. Stick around. Yeah, they repainted it probably a bunch of times by now. Historical landmark at this point. Don't want to bother these people too much. Just take a quick pic and move on. Guess they want a little bit of privacy, so they did build a pretty big fence. Yeah, there's supposed to be a garage over there. I think they added it for the movie. Kind of a bit surreal being here, no?
It is, yeah. It's really cool.
Now on our way to check out another little location from the same movie, which is literally just down the street.
Literally down the street.
If you want a little teaser of what the place is, here's a little quote. Bullshit, asshole. No one likes the tuna here. Boom. Look at that. And then he gets into a fight.
This is right here.
Vin Diesel comes out, break up the fight, and what does he say? Hey dude, he was in my face.
I'm in your face.
Very, very cool. Yep, pretty cool. These people must be so tired of must be so tired of people like us coming here all the time. It's the retail on one of those.
More than you can afford, pal.
So this was Toretto's in the movie. Another one off the list. Next. Yesterday we didn't get a chance to drive up to the sign. The roads were closed off, but today we're gonna attempt to hike there. That should be a nice lookout. We've been eating pretty much like shit most of the trip, so this is gonna be a bit of good exercise, I would say. It's not LA if you don't hear sirens at one point or another in the day. Finally getting nice out, get some steps in, burn off some of those burgers. So we came up from all the way here, all the way around up, and now we're gonna continue towards where the sign, I think it's right behind that hill over there. That's cheating. Finally made it. There it is. Welcome to Hollywood. Hike is all done. What's the stats?
I had to take a shit. So we're at 3 hours and 26 minutes with 894 calories burnt. Did exactly 12.5 kilometers.
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see anything. We're in the Beverly Hills right now, in literally the hills, just to take a look at some of the houses. There's probably a bunch of movie stars and stuff here. Well, they live mostly all gated, but we do get a glimpse every now and then. Kind of reminds me of GTA a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, that's nuts. What the hell kind of house is that? Where are we at?
Rodeo Drive.
Rodeo Drive.
Rodeo.
This would be just a window shopping experience, which is basically what we're doing right now.
I actually want to come back here during the day. There's one
to drool a little more. It's short, eh? Look at that. That's it. That's all it is. Louis Vuitton. Am I still recording? So we switched our Airbnb to a different area, a little bit less sketch. We had some issues like broken beds, things like that, so we decided to go somewhere else. This is where we're staying, and right as we go out the front yard, we have the Sony Pictures Entertainment lot right there. Different films that were filmed here were things like Spider-Man, Men in Black, Fury, Da Vinci Code, amongst many others. Where is it? It's right here.
That's right here.
We found another little incognito location. This is where Arnold Schwarzenegger used to train back in the day, I guess in the 70s or?
In the 70s.
What did they film here?
Pumping Iron.
documentary Pumping Iron, which kind of blew up his whole career, I guess, in a way. This used to be it. Gold's Gym, the original. This is what the Galvanator used to come to get a good pump on. It's so small, eh?
It's tiny.
I mean, it's terrific, right?
Kind of smells funky here, huh?
Little update. We just saw the old Gold's Gym, the original one, and now we're going to see
The new one, where actually every now and then Arnold comes into train. So if we're very, very lucky, maybe we might get a glimpse of him.
Who are you? I'm a cop, you idiot. Who is your daddy? And what does he do?
I'm Detective John Kimball.
Where are we going?
You are terminated.
Go to Gold's Gym.
Pump some iron.
Come on! Move! Get out of the way! Too fast, you idiot! You should get out of the way!
Arnold, where are you? I want to autograph. We did see one celebrity, Joe Manganiello.
Dima told him he didn't want to fight him. And he said he wouldn't fight me neither.
I don't want to fight you, Flash.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Butchering his name, but yeah. It's pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool.
You have to keep in mind that this area is not exactly the best. That is one of the zombies.
We are now at Venice Beach, and this whole part, this whole kind of walkway is actually featured quite extensively in a really popular video game I'm playing right now, Dead Island 2. So this is kind of pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool. Walking around here and having walked around and killed zombies and stuff in the video game. So weird.
Weird.
There it is, Muscle Beach. It's actually less run down than I expected. I thought it would have been all like old rusty equipment, you know? Pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool. By the way, very windy, so I hope you guys can actually hear at least a little bit of what I'm saying. If not, sorry. Look at the size of this beach. Real tourists. Let's at least dip our toes in the water while we're here. I imagine this is gonna be rather cold. Woo! Yeah, that'll wake you up right away if you dip into that water. Huh? Yeah. It's beautiful though. And here in the middle of summer, must be really nice. Some people are brave enough to swim today. That's impressive.
Pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, if we go in the water, we're gonna get pneumonia. Everything's ridiculously overpriced here, as expected. 17 bucks for a beer, that's a lot. US. Yeah. 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 This is interesting. Why not just bicycle on the actual path? Why do this? Arnold's mural. Look at that. The legend. We didn't get to see him today, but we see the rest of his legacy. Yeah, you were saying we probably worked out at some of the machines that he uses in the gym, right? We are coming up on another filming location. This one goes back a little further, but it is definitely a classic, and I think not a lot of people know about this one. This is from a movie back, I think, in sometime in the like mid to late 80s, right? Or early 90s, something like that.
Right here. Oh yeah,
Just to give you guys an idea.
Holy.
You have to go 88 miles per hour. That gives you a hint.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
This one over here,
That one, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. That's.
So this is Marty McFly's house from Back to the Future. It looks almost exactly the same, huh?
Yeah, they filmed most of it on location.
Here the DeLorean at the end flies off from the street. Remember, it flies off where we're going. We don't need roads, and then it kind of flies off. And then you get the end credits. And McFly!
Think, McFly, think.
This guy's laughing because he knows.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tourists, man. What do you want? All right, one more spot. This is from a little tiny indie movie called Terminator 2. Let's see if you recognize this area. Check it out. Boom. Does that look familiar? This is where the T-1000 pursues John Connor on a semi-truck, and he basically goes all the way here, smashes through this thing, and lands, boom, and then they continue the chase that way.
Practiced apparently for like weeks and weeks to do the head maneuver shit. Yeah.
Did you see the outtake where he smacks him by accident? He goes,
Yeah.
How cool is that? Try to get a similar angle as in the movie. You can see the same street sign in the video right there. Plumber Street. We're driving to an interesting location, not a filming location. However, we are now, oh, there it is. Look at that. Okay, stop here for a second.
What the?
And they're still working on stuff.
Man, that is not a house.
Yeah, basically, this
resort.
was at one point in time the most expensive residential house on the market. It was on the market for 500 million bucks, 105,000 square feet, and it's literally at the top of the hill. This is a little sneak peek. Look at that. This is the same property.
Yeah. I'm seeing it's not even finished. What the?
Nuts, huh? So they call this the one. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going. Look at that.
Ridiculous. What the?
Makes everything else look super tiny.
What the?
He's insane. That's insane. Look, it still keeps going, goes all the way around. The whole area is pretty wild for us poor plebs.
Worms.
Yeah. Is it inspiring or depressing?
Inspiring, man. Yeah, I don't want to be just an actor. I want to be a star.
Famous LA traffic. Here it is. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
I'm out.
You're breaking the car. You're going to break the car. Samira, please, Samir, stop.
I'm gonna check out another beach in the area. Just gonna get some sweet shots from the sky, but unfortunately,
Denied.
Alright, time for supper. I'm gonna try another Californian staple, which is Shake Shack. See how it compares to In-N-Out. That's the big debate apparently. Here it is, Shake Shack burger. Substantial. Yeah, this is definitely better. In my opinion, way more expensive too though. One more location, nighttime, a little bit different from the rest. Where are we going?
Griffith Observatory.
This is where Arnold appears as the T-800 for the first time in the first Terminator. That's the observatory right there. I don't know if you guys can see anything. Sorry about the lighting. There's a shot somewhere from kind of here when he's walking naked like this. Something similar to this. I think we might be in the right place. See that grate? Look familiar? He walks basically like this. Cityscape. Kind of the same road. Look at that. Yeah, it's exactly here. Pretty sweet. Check this out. Predator heat vision. Yeah. So this is exactly where, once he walks, he confronts the bullies and says the famous line, "Your clothes, give them to me." Ow. Awesome trip overall. We got to see so many iconic locations from some of the biggest movies of all time. Let us know which ones we missed, and if you like this type of video, drop us a like and check out some of the other shenanigans we have on the channel.
Oh, you're still recording.